Good morning, everyone. My name is Sheldon Goldstein, CEO of Coagulation Sciences. The mission of our company is to bring rapid and personalized control of major bleeding to patients during surgery with this point-of-care device, which is small, about 12 by 8 by 6 inches, and the handheld cartridge that you hold in the palm of your hand. So the underlying problem is that approximately half of all blood transfusions are unnecessary, and most of this happens during major surgery, cardiac trauma, major orthopedic postpartum hemorrhage. So use of our devices primarily in operating rooms, but also emergency rooms, and research consistently shows that 40 to 60% of transfusions are unnecessary, and that these unnecessary transfusions needlessly harm patients. This research was published originally in the 1990s, unnecessary transfusion research published in the 2000s, the 2010s. The latest study, 2023, again, about half of all blood transfusions are unnecessary. They result in numerous complications. So there's clearly an unmet need for a test platform that supports transfusion decisions in real time. And ours works at the point of care, and doing so would improve patient outcomes and decrease costs. The problem is that identifying which treatment to give to a patient who is bleeding is complex, it's imprecise, and it's time-consuming. What you see on the left side of the screen is an algorithm published in the literature, one of several, and as you can see, to use this algorithm, it's complex. It requires 3 devices and manual pipetting, up to 15 decisions. When a patient is severely bleeding, no anesthesiologist or surgeon is using this algorithm. And if you find the algorithm hard to follow, do you think that doctors are using this when their patient has a gunshot wound? And the answer is that they're not using it. As Beverly Hunt from the UK, famous physician, wrote in the New England Journal of Medicine, the lack of evidence for managing coagulopathies in critical care is striking. So we want to solve this problem with our fully automated MCTS device. It's a disposable cartridge, put in the device, and what's unique is not only does it provide results fully automated in 10 minutes, but it compares the ability of different treatments to stop bleeding. And that's the unique selling advantage. There is no other system on the market that does that, nothing else in development. It will result in truly targeted treatment that each patient will receive the treatment they need to stop bleeding for their unique coagulopathy. This is an example of the MCTS versus the competition. Our time to result is extremely fast, but it's also generated in real time. So in some patients, in 6 or 7 minutes, you will already know which treatment to give to the patient. Also, it's the only system that compares efficacy of the different treatments and shows you which treatment is the most effective to stop bleeding in this patient. Our team is highly experienced with numerous people who have experience for 25 to 30 years in medical device development, apheresis, plastics engineering, business development. Our chairman is SVP, Chief Medical Officer of a publicly traded company. Another business advisor is a serial entrepreneur with 6 CEO positions and successful exits. Our scientific advisors are world-famous leaders in the space. Maureen Hoffman's one of the most important coagulation researchers in the world. Bruce Spiess has received millions of dollars in funding to study injury transfusion. Candice Marchand just retired as chair of laboratory medicine, pathology, and hemostasis and thrombosis at the Cleveland Clinic. Mark Lifshitz has authored over 80 articles on blood testing devices. So we have serious expertise behind the company. So what does our system actually do? This is an example of whole blood hemophilia where we show the differences in our system's ability to measure normal blood versus abnormal blood, hemophilia blood, and then the response to treatments. We have similar data already achieved in these additional coagulopathies, and not only does our system measure the differences in coagulation, it's also able to measure restoration to normal as well as hypercoagulability. This is our disposable cartridge schematic. Blood comes in through a standard blue top tube, and then it is mixed with the therapies in the cartridge, and it drops into 16 therapeutic testing channels. And on this screen, what you see is anything going all the way to the right in blue is not forming a blood clot. So rows 1 and 18 are an abnormal sample that's deficient in prothrombin, also called factor 2. Blood does not clot. And the system rejects 10 other channels of therapies. But rows 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, the system, again, these are fully automated results, indicates these 3 treatments will restore clotting to normal. Not only does it show dose-response curves within each treatment, it shows dose-response curves between the different treatments. So empiric transfusion, where a doctor just decides, oh, the field looks wet, let's give plasma, let's give platelets, results in a lot of unnecessary transfusions and unnecessary complications. The algorithms are complex, time-consuming, imprecise. We want to replace this with our fully automated system, which provides targeted treatment unique to each patient. And how easy is this to interpret? An anesthesiologist or a nurse puts a tube of blood into the cartridge, it goes on the machine, and then you can just look over your shoulder and see which treatments are in the green column. Ours is not only a diagnostic, it doesn't only say something is wrong with the blood, it's a theranostic. It tests the therapies. It provides information for treatment. So the MCTS truly combines personalized medicine with transfusion medicine. We have testimonials from key opinion leaders. Aryeh Shandu was named a hero in medicine by Time magazine for his work in bloodless medicine. And he wrote, the benefit of our system is that by testing multiple therapies in advance of treatment, only those proven to correct clotting will be given. Paul Ness, Senior Director of Transfusion at Johns Hopkins, I believe we would have great interest using this device at Hopkins, and that other hospitals and transfusion directors would share my enthusiasm. And as the Director of Transfusion at the University of Rochester pointed out, unlike conventional tests, which show deficits in conventional hemostasis, our system provides information for treatment. We have raised over $6 million to date. We have validation data in 10 studies with good supporting data. We have done a feasibility trial at the Mayo Clinic in 98 patients in cardiac surgery, and that will inform improvements in our GMP system. We've achieved FDA guidance. We've had 3 pre-submission meetings. This will be a de novo pathway. We have 19 issued patents. So our proprietary clot detection technology, we have validated in multiple experiments. We have already used a proprietary lyophilization process to make GMP quality reagents, and we have also confirmed feasibility of our system to solve the problem, and that data was published in the journal Blood in December. We're seeking $14 million to achieve FDA clearance. $6 million builds the GMP system and validates it, which completely de-risks the project. We project $75 million of revenue in year 3 only from cardiac surgery from the first indication. So what I want to point out is our device and cartridge are therapy agnostic. So by adjusting therapies for different populations, we can make cartridges for postpartum hemorrhage, measurement of novel anticoagulants, trauma surgery. With those additional indications, by year 4, we expect revenue to exceed $200 million. Exit path is likely to be acquisition. It's common in this space. The last instrument acquired in this space was acquired in 2017, provides information similar to a device sold, originally described in 1948. These are the possible acquirers, and we've had conversations with a number of them already. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.